Bruce Brossman right here on the south rim of the Grand Canyon, just steps away from the world-famous El Tovar Hopi House. And right here with me is the Primetime Athletics from Flagstaff, Arizona. They are an NFL-endorsed youth flag football league. And here to announce the Cardinals' next draft pick is Alex.
I'm Alex Bates from Primetime Athletics Flagstaff. I'm Alex Bates from Primetime Flagstaff, and with the 208th pick in the NFL 2017 draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Jonathan Ford, defensive back from Auburn.
Productive slot corner slash safety. Safety can play in the slot. Big guy, has some physicality. He reminds me of the Florida safety who came out and ended up sticking with Atlanta. I'm forgetting his name.
Brian Poole?
Yeah, Brian Poole. That's who Rudy Ford, Jonathan Ford, a.k.a. Rudy Ford, reminds me of. And he's got some of that same ability, I think. The ability, he's a straight line runner. He's got straight line speed. Tighten the hips. I don't think man coverage is going to be, I don't think you really want to stick him in the slot and have him covering in the slot. I thought some of the same things about Brian Poole, but I thought he's a good football player. I liked him a little bit more than Rudy Ford here, Jonathan Ford, but you got to find the right position for him. He's played running back, he's played corner, he's played safety. I don't think that you want to have him in man coverage on the slot, so I'm not sure what you do with him. I guess maybe he's a box safety. I don't know what you're going to do with him.
When you look at the Arizona Cardinals and what they've been doing with all these hybrid safeties, here's another one of those guys that they're trying to throw in the mix. The fact that he has played a number of different positions but has never had the opportunity to get comfortable, maybe they have a plan of development for him. We'll try and put you in a situation where you can develop and be a contributor. This is a team that has lived with a hybrid defense, and sometimes it can be too much to have so many different hybrids, but he is a guy that they're willing to take another chance on to put in the box or in the back end to try and figure out where can they best utilize his skill set.
We saw them make a run to the NFC Championship game. Injuries knocked them out last year, and certainly one of the elite teams if they can stay healthy. Obviously some free agency defections, but you think about what David Johnson is capable of doing. Certainly Larry Fitzgerald has exhibited that he can continue to do it at a very high level. John Brown, if he can get right. Do we like the draft? Because this is it. They're done. That was their last selection. So do you feel like they filled the holes that perhaps they needed to fill following free agency to get back into the mix for the NFC West?
Now, I look at it a little differently because I really focus at the top of the board because we're counting on the contributions from the top guys.
Right.
At the top of the board, they added some very, very good players. Hassan Reddick and Budda Baker are guys that can come in and contribute. We talked about Chad Williams being taken a little high, but what Chad Williams is, he's a little different than what they currently have on their roster. They needed another receiver. They needed someone on the outside. He's bigger. He's taller. He can be a player. The other guys that they've taken, you're hoping to throw in, and one of those guys hits. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid effort for the draft.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They really, really wanted to get some help in the secondary, and they wanted an inside linebacker. They got the guy they wanted the entire time with Hassan Reddick. But I think adding also Budda Baker as Bucky mentioned, that's really important because he fits what they want. I mean, they're getting their guys. They're getting the guys they target. They're not settling for players of positions. They're getting guys